Today I got something, I don't know if it will seem stupid or useless or pointless, but I went and I designed my own car wiper. This is a single wiper, it's a small wiper, it's on the back of my Honda. This is I think they're all the same, I think they're universal, where the wiper hooks. This is the old style, and this is printed in PLA. And this thing works great. The actual blade, this one, it's printed in TPU. This is my design. I did not copy. The only thing I copy is this part here for it to slide. And I still did mistake. I had to sand it down a little bit here for it to fit. I did not know that there is a clearance there. So let's talk a little bit about my blade. My blade here, this is printed in TPU, and here it's flexible, right? But this one is not. Yes, I could have done both from TPU and use them, but I try to do, and they would work great, but I try to do a PLA and TPU mix. She just slides. My printer messed it up, but she's supposed to slide, or you can just put it like that. She just clips in place, you know. And the bad thing with this one is because it's flat and there's no, you see, there's no much play in the because TPU is it is a hard material. It is not as flexible as some of the materials that you can find in the market right now. There are softer materials, or you can use softer settings. I use, I think, 1.2 1.4 millimeter walls and top and bottom layers. So she came a little bit tough, a little bit as you can see, she bends not as I wanted. And when you put it in the PLA, there's no movement basically. She's a good, like a scraper, or if you're wiping down your car, you can always use this one to wipe your car. This will work great. Trust me, I have tried it. If you have water on your car, you just wipe it. For flat surfaces, this is perfect. The design is good. The way that it's designed, the material PLA and TPU, you can always change them if you want to use it as just a regular swipe, just a regular, wiper. But for a car, as you can see, not the best because there's no bend. And yes, I know what you're gonna say, that most of the wipers are designed that they have they move the ends and the middle moves. They're on basically like an axle thing. And yes, I could have designed this one, but there's no point because it will have take so much material and so much filament that you can just go and buy your own. I wanted to make something small. And again, if you're gonna make them both from TPO, they will work great for a car. I'm not gonna make it available. I may make it available for free for whoever wants to use it as just a swiper. You can swipe water, you can swipe garbage or dust or whatever. For that, it will work great. You could, because this is a soft edge, I don't think so it will scratch, but sometimes when you're sanding a car, especially if you're doing water sanding, wet sanding, you can always wipe this one, wipe the water from, or the dust that leaves from the sanding away. But yeah, I just had an idea like that to experiment with this one. It has my logo, of course, EMX. It was printed like that, as you can see, both of them. So here we had here we had some supports. I used 3 supports. This one did not have any supports because it's designed in a way that this does not need supports, so this came perfect. And again, yes, if they would have been printed in TPU, maybe that was my mistake. I should have done it in both in TPU, but I did not, and that's my mistake. So she is stiff. She doesn't go against the window and takes its shape. It just stays stiff just because of the PLA. And I was thinking that if I make the edge softer, maybe the edge itself it will bend inwards, but I made it too thick and it did not work. But you can 3D print your own car wipers, that's 100% sure. Use TPU for both, or softer material or softer settings, and it will work. For me, this is success just because, again, as I said, just because I'm gonna use it as a swiper or whatever. I can swipe it time to time if I have some dust, or if I want to clean my car or wash my car. Basically, I will just take this one to dry the car. Again, I will just wipe the water from the car. Again, this is a little bit difficult to put in just because my printer messed it up, but it's manageable with a screwdriver. I like the color difference, black and white. Nevertheless, I'm gonna play with it now. So again, I'm gonna be using this as swiping some dice or swiping some water out of my car. And I will make it available for free for whoever wants it, just to, if you want to swipe your desk or swipe your car.